In the icy realms of the Arctic, where the air is crisp and the landscape is a canvas of white, there exists a creature that commands both awe and respect, the polar bear. But today, we delve into a haunting tale, one that reveals the darker side of nature's beauty. Imagine, if you will, a majestic polar bear, its thick white fur glistening under the pale sun, moving with grace across the frozen expanse. Yet, beneath this facade of strength lies a horrific secret, a barnacle wound that tells a story of suffering and survival. This is not merely a wound. It is a grotesque testament to the relentless forces of nature and the often unseen consequences of life in the wild. As we zoom in on this unfortunate bear, we find a gaping sore, a festering mass of barnacles that have attached themselves to its skin. These aren't your average barnacles. They are a horrific infestation, a cluster of crusty white shells that cling tightly to the bear's flesh, burrowing into its skin like sinister parasites. The barnacles, typically found on the hulls of ships or rocks along the shoreline, have found an unlikely host in this majestic creature. They thrive in the cold waters of the Arctic, where they latch onto any surface they can find, and in this case, the polar bear, with its vast expanse of skin, has become a prime target. The barnacle infestation is not just a cosmetic issue. It is a severe health crisis for the bear. As these creatures burrow deeper, they create open wounds that expose the bear to infections and diseases. The bear's immune system, already stressed by the harsh conditions of its environment, now faces the additional burden of fighting off these invaders. Imagine the pain and discomfort this bear endures, its body a battleground where nature's cruelty reigns supreme. Each movement is a reminder of its plight, a struggle for survival against an enemy that is both foreign and grotesque. But how did this happen? Barnacles strongest stomach churn, as the barnacles continue to multiply, feeding on the very essence of the bear's being. As we observe this tragic scenario, we cannot help but draw parallels between the plight of the polar bear and the impact of human activity on the environment. The warming waters of the Arctic, a direct consequence of climate change, have created a perfect breeding ground for barnacles and other parasites. As the ice melts and the ecosystem shifts, the polar bear finds itself caught in a relentless cycle of suffering, a victim of forces beyond its control. The barnacle infestation is not merely a natural occurrence. It is a reflection of the larger, more sinister relationship between humanity and nature. We have altered the delicate balance of ecosystems, pushing species to the brink and inviting chaos into their lives. In this dark tale, we are reminded of our role as stewards of the planet. The barnacle, with its unyielding grip, serves as a metaphor for the consequences of our actions. Just as the barnacle clings to the bear, so too do our choices cling. In the shadowy depths of the forest, a haunting sight emerges, a deer, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now marred by a grotesque barnacle wound. This is not just a mere injury, it is a chilling testament to the relentless forces of nature and the often unseen horrors that lurk within it. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is confronted with the stark reality of this creature's plight. The barnacles, typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have made an unexpected home on the deer's skin, creating a nightmarish tableau that is both fascinating and repulsive. Each barnacle, a small, hard shell, has burrowed into the deer's flesh, feeding off its nutrients and leaving behind a trail of infection and decay. The sight is enough to make even the strongest stomach churn as the deer struggles to move, its body a canvas of suffering. Barnacle infestation, known scientifically as cirripedia, occurs when these marine crustaceans find a host to latch onto. In this case, the deer, perhaps drawn to a water source, became an unwitting victim. The barnacles, with their sharp calcified shells, can cause severe damage to the skin, leading to open wounds that invite bacteria and other pathogens. The deer's immune system, overwhelmed and under siege, fights a losing battle against these invaders. As the barnacles multiply, they create a grotesque ecosystem of their own, thriving on the very life force of their host. This dark symbiosis raises unsettling questions about the balance of nature and the often brutal realities of survival. As we delve deeper into this grim scenario, we must confront the moral implications of such infestations. Humans, in their quest for progress, have encroached upon natural habitats, disrupting ecosystems and forcing wildlife into precarious situations. The deer, once a majestic creature roaming freely, now bears the scars of our negligence. It serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the consequences of our actions. In a world where we often view ourselves as separate from nature, this deer's plight is a chilling wake-up call, perhaps, in the grand scheme of things. We are not so different from the barnacles, clinging to our own comforts, often at the expense of others. And as we chuckle at the absurdity of a deer within the heart of a sun-drenched pasture, a chilling tale unfolds, a tale that intertwines the grace of a horse with the grotesque reality of nature's darker side. Meet Thunder, a majestic creature whose powerful body now bears the scars of an unseen battle. At first glance, one might admire his sleek coat and strong legs, but a closer inspection reveals a horrific wound, a gaping hole where a beehive once thrived. It is an unsettling sight, a gruesome reminder of the relentless forces of nature. The wound is not merely a mark of injury. It is a testament to the chaos that ensues when the world of bees collides with the life of a horse. As we delve deeper into Thunder's plight, we discover the sinister nature of the bee infestation that has claimed residence in his flesh. Bees, typically viewed as harmless pollinators, can become relentless invaders. In their quest to protect their hive, they unleash a swarm of fury, injecting venom that causes excruciating pain and swelling. The once serene life of Thunder has transformed into a nightmare, as the buzzing brigade of bees burrows into his skin, creating a festering wound that oozes with a mixture of blood and venom. This grotesque tableau raises questions about the fragility of life and the unexpected horrors lurking in the natural world. But what drives these bees to such ferocity? The answer lies in their instinctual need to defend their colony at all costs. In their eyes, Thunder is an intruder, a threat to the delicate balance of their hive. This instinct, while vital for their survival, paints a darker picture of nature's law, an unyielding cycle of life, death, and the often painful consequences of cohabitation. The wound on Thunder serves as a cruel metaphor for the intersection of human and animal life, where the encroachment of civilization disrupts the natural order, leading to unforeseen. In the heart of a quiet pasture, an unsettling scene unfolds, one that challenges the very fabric of our understanding of nature's balance. Here lies an ox, a majestic creature that has roamed these fields, now marred by an unspeakable horror, a gaping wound, a grotesque hive of bees embedded within its flesh. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is greeted with a sight that is both shocking and fascinating. The ox's skin is torn, revealing a writhing mass of bees, their bodies glistening with a sickly sheen. This is not merely an injury. It is a testament to nature's darker side, a chilling reminder of the consequences when the boundaries between species blur. The bees, tiny architects of their own demise, have chosen this unsuspecting ox as their home. This phenomenon, known as bee infestation, occurs when a colony of bees finds a suitable cavity in which to establish their hive, often in the wounds of larger animals. The ox, once a symbol of strength and vitality, now serves as a living host, its body a battleground for survival. The bees, driven by instinct and the primal need to protect their queen, invade the ox's flesh, leading to an array of gruesome consequences. The wound becomes a festering site, attracting other scavengers and parasites, compounding the ox's suffering. As we delve deeper into the biology of this infestation, we uncover the bees' relentless pursuit of survival. Worker bees, with their stingers poised, defend their hive with fervor. Each sting is a desperate act of protection, injecting venom that causes excruciating pain and swelling in the ox. This venom triggers an inflammatory response, exacerbating the injury and creating a vicious cycle of suffering. The once noble creature is now a mere shell. In the quiet stillness of a sun-drenched pasture, a white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. But upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges. A barnacle wound, grotesque and alarming, festers on its flank. This is not a scene from a horror film. It is a stark reality that reveals the darker side of nature's design. The barnacle, a creature often associated with the ocean's depths, has found an unlikely host in this majestic animal. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the chilling truth behind barnacle infestation and its implications for both the horse and the natural world. Barnacles, those small, hard-shelled crustaceans, are notorious for their ability to cling to surfaces with an iron grip. They thrive in marine environments, but when they latch onto a horse, the consequences can be dire. The barnacle's sharp, calcified shell burrows into the skin, creating a wound that is not only painful but also prone to infection. The horse, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now bears the burden of this parasitic relationship. The infestation can lead to severe inflammation, and if left untreated, the horse may suffer from chronic pain, mobility issues, and even systemic infections. The sight of barnacles protruding from the horse's flesh is a haunting reminder of nature's cruelty, a stark juxtaposition to the idyllic image of pastoral life. As we explore the biology of barnacles, we learn that these creatures are not merely mindless parasites. They are complex organisms with fascinating life cycles. They begin their lives as free-swimming larvae, only to settle on a surface and transform into the barnacles we recognize. This transformation is a testament to their adaptability, but it also raises questions about the balance of ecosystems. In a world where human activity disrupts natural habitats, the barnacle's opportunistic nature can lead to unexpected consequences, such as infestations in animals that were never meant to host them. The moral of this tale is not just about the horse and its barnacle wound. It is a reflection of our relationship with nature. Humans, in our quest for progress, often overlook the delicate balance that sustains life. We encroach upon habitats, pollute environments, and disrupt ecosystems, leading to unforeseen consequences for both animals and ourselves. The barnacle infestation serves as a dark metaphor for the unintended repercussions of our actions. As we ponder the fate of the white horse, we are reminded that nature, while beautiful, can also be brutal, and in the end, perhaps we should all take a moment to consider, are we the barnacles clinging to the world, or the horses suffering beneath our weight? And remember, if you ever find yourself feeling a bit too comfortable in your own skin, just think of the barnacle. At least you're not stuck to a horse.